This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. So now, if you want to understand finance, the four main topics you need to understand: vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. These are the four pillars. Initial days, you are going to learn these four pillars only: vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment. Okay, so debits and credits, even though it is boring, you need to be remember logically or by heart, whatever the way you want. That is based on your convenient or your comfort. If it is a vendor invoice is posted, purchase expenses account data to vendor account credit. So from vendor, I need to receive money. From vendor, I need to receive money. That is the reason vendor account credit. Vendor account credit. Purchase expenses account data to vendor account credit. If it is a vendor payment, then vendor account data to cash or bank credit. If it is a customer invoice, customer account data to sales revenue account credit. If it is a customer payment, then cash or bank account data to customer account credit. So these four transactions you need to remember. It is must. Whether you want to remember logically, whether you want to remember by heart it, or whatever the way you want. Ultimately, these four transactions you need to learn. Of course, whoever is MBA and chartered accountants, it is very silly thing to them, very small information. But for non-commerce background people, little bit hard to understand or little bit hard to digest. It is must, you need to remember. Okay, it is simple only. Try to remember this scenario. Fine. Now, so we did for vendor invoice. For vendor invoice function, we have updated invoice journal. How to post invoice journal, I have explained. How to post invoice journal, I have explained. Let me show once again vendor invoice journal, how to post it, and little bit more insights now. Vendor invoice, little bit more with terms of payment. With the terms of payment, I'm going to. So the new word I have introduced today, terms of payment. What is this terms of payment? Here, terms of payment means the mutual agreement between you and your vendor. I will pay money after 45 days. I will pay money after 30 days. Like that, you are agreeing with your vendor. Same vice versa is available for customer also. So your customer and you are agreeing. Here, terms of payment means oral commitment. There is no strict to documents. Maybe sometimes it may be documents may be there, that depending upon the business. Here, terms of payment is after some days. Neeraj, can you mute yourself, please? Okay, so here terms of payment means you are agreeing with your vendor or vendor mutual agreement between you and your vendor. You will pay money after some time. Okay, just give me 1 second. terms of payment. So let me show this terms of payment and let us apply this one. What happens? Let us understand this process. So this is, I think everyone is earlier we have attended people. This is the application with the link. This is the link with username and password. You can open this form. Once it is opened, you will find modules here. Okay, for finance, we are discussing about accounts payable module. Accounts payable module. Click on collapse all. Click on invoices, invoice journal. This is invoice journal. So vendor invoice, this is the path. So accounts payable module, invoices, invoice journal. Okay. Now I'm introducing the new word terms of payment. Let us understand this terms of payment. I have taken a duplicate browser and it was opened. Once again, I'm going to accounts payable module, collapse all. So here payment setup, there is terms of payment. There is one form, small form, terms of payment. Look at this one here. I'm taking suppose 45 days, net 45 days. I have taken net 45 days. I want to explain terms of payment little bit more. There is 45 days and another one is 1 month 15 days. Is it both are same or different? Same or different? Logically, in practical. 45 days, 1 month 15 days.
I think one day may be differ because 31 plus 15 days, some months will come. Maybe.
Yes, there will be a change. There is a change. Sometimes it may be equal, sometimes, but majority times it will be vary. If suppose the month is 31 days, it will be like 1 month 15 days will be different. So 1 month 15 days is equal to, sometimes it may be 46 days, sometimes the same it may be 45 days, sometimes it may be 44 days, sometimes it may be 43 days. If it is Jan, March, May, July, August, October and December, then it will be 46 days. If you are doing transaction in these months. If you are doing April, June, September, November, then it will be 45 days. If it is leap year, then February, it is Feb, will be 44 days. This is normal, not leap year. February. Any doubt in this? This is the calendar. I'm talking about calendar. So 45 days is different from 1 month 15 days. So business people, they will speak like 1.5 month, 1.5 month. Their intention may be 45 days. Their intention may be this one. So you need to be very much clearly understood. You need to discuss with them very much clearly whether they want 45 days really or 1 month 15 days. Okay, the reason behind here, whenever you are creating net 45 days, it will take typically 45 days. So if you want 1 month 15 days, 1 month 15 days, then I
15
can
is there.
create
No, month
this.
15 is already there.
That is
Month plus
different.
15.
Yeah,
Oh,
I will discuss. Okay. 1 month, there is a difference there, plus 15 days. Okay, here I'm making 1 month 15 days. Okay, this is actually month end 15 days. There is month end 15 days. That is different scenario. Payment day I need to explain you. This we'll discuss later. Okay. I'm not concentrating on this one. Forget about this one time being. I will discuss this point later. Fine. Net 45 days is there. 1 month for 15 days is there. Okay. So we can use this function. Like here, if it is net 45 days, you are entering strictly days. If it is 1 month plus 15 days, we can enter like this. So you need to be discussed. Always you need to discuss with the business people what exactly they want. Okay. So if they want this 45 days, yes, you can map 45 days. Or if you want 1 month 15 days, you can map 1 month 15 days. Whatever they want. Fine. Now once it is mapped, like 45 days or 1 month 15 days, whatever it may be, this is terms of payment. Terms of payment we have created. Okay, now I'm doing invoice. Click on invoice journal. I'm selecting maybe invoice lines. Okay, select the vendor. So once it is entered vendor always vendor invoice means you have received an invoice from your vendor. Okay, so that invoice number should be entered. Okay, and the date, invoice date is not mandatory, but it is as per the best practice we need to map. So at the time of vendor invoice, vendor will be created. Suppose I'm entering vendor account credit. Okay, here the terms of payment is there. Suppose I'm mapping 45 days. I'm mapping 45 days. Net 45 days. Okay. So now I'm posting. Click on post. I have mapped 45 days. So now once it is updated, if you go to vendor account, so you can open from here also, but I'm showing from the starting point. I'm going to 1001 vendor. I'm clicking on transactions. So just now we have posted one invoice. This is 350. So this is the invoice, vendor invoice, something we have entered. For this, you can have due date is, it will calculate today's date plus 45 days and it will show due date. Due date is, it is July 10th. It is July 10th. So it is 5 days, May, June month 30 days, and then 10 days July. It is 45 days. Due date will be calculated based on this terms of payment. Due date will be calculated. Understood? Based on terms of payment, due date will be calculated. That is due date.
Is there any use of due date other than just displaying by this date you need to pay?
No, here actually like due date is most important. Means if you are doing a report, the pending balances aging report, you will understand this later. Aging report, that aging report based on the due date it will be generated. So you are not going to approach this customer, till July 10th, or sorry, it is customer, like vendor is not approaching you for money. Vendor is not approaching you for money. In the same manner for the customer, they will map the same terms of payment to the customer also. If you are mapping to the customer, means you are not going to ask the customer pay money, because due date is already 45 days. So customer will pay on 45th day as per the process. Okay.
Hello, Satya.
Now, yes, please.
Satya, one doubt here. So for some clients, they although this payment terms are like 30 days, but for them, what they do is if they receive a vendor invoice and vendor invoice is generated on 1st of the month, but they receive the invoice in their premises on 5th of that month. So they calculate from 5th and not from the 1st. So how to handle this situation?
Okay, fine. So let us do the transaction. Let us understand. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Sure. So now I am doing invoice. Invoice lines. Today I have received invoice. I'm doing vendor once again, the same kind of vendor. Okay, now vendor invoice 55, suppose. So the invoice is generated 5 days back, that is 20th. Vendor invoice is already generated 5 days back. Now I'm doing invoice now. Suppose 351. Okay, so it is 5 days back. Invoice is generated by vendor today, like 6 days back, but I'm doing today. Now 45 days.
Satya, just one addition. Invoice is generated on 1st, it was received on 5th, but it is being booked in the system on 10th.
Yeah. Sorry, come again, once again. See, this is
invoice was generated by vendor on 1st.
This
it
is
was
20th.
it was received in the client premises on 5th. And the accountant is booking it on 10th. I mean, the calendar date of booking is 10th.
So actually, received date, we don't have one more field called received date. It is invoice date, transaction posting date. You are posting on this date. In between, you are telling like, so this is 10th, this is 1st.
Yeah.
This is 10th and this is 1st. In between, when you have received in your premises, I don't know, because that is I cannot note down that point at all.
Okay.
Fine. Now I'm doing invoicing. If I'm doing like this, look at this one. Due date is updated. Due date is updated on based on this date.
In earlier version, there was something called as document date, which used to be used for this calculation that time. So 5th used to be the document date.
Yeah, that document date is also available in the vendor invoice. So here, this is transaction date.
Yeah.
Document date means in this one only. Document date means invoice date. Am I right? Document.
No.
In the document, what is the date?
No, on the invoice it is 1st, but on the document I want document date as 5th, because my due date calculation is going to start from 5th as per the understanding with the vendor, because I am receiving the invoice on 5th. Although my clerk is booking on 10th, but he will provide document date as 5th, and the due date calculation should start from 5th.
So there are 3 dates always. Transaction date, invoice date or document date. Both are same here, and then due date always. Here, if you are, suppose this invoice date or what is, like this is, you are telling like transaction I am entering on 10th May as per your information, and this is actually 1st May is generated by vendor, but I have received on 5th May. This is your concern, am I right?
Yes, yes, that is the concern.
Okay, so now due date, on which date you want, 1st May or 5th May?
5th May.
Then I'm least bothering about this one. I will enter document date or invoice date is 5th May, then due date equal to invoice date plus 45 days.
Satya, I don't want to change the fact that the vendor has generated the invoice on 1st, because if there was any change in the percentage of taxation between 1st and 5th, then taxation will be different if I say that the invoice is generated on 5th.
So that's what actually in the system.
So only for due date calculation, I want 5th to be the date, but vendor has generated invoice on 1st. I don't want to lose that information.
That is not possible. It is a product limitation. We don't have too many dates like this. So if you whatever the date you want, based on that taxes will be calculated and terms of payment or invoice due date will be calculated together.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. So here that is due date. So now based on this date, invoice date, it is calculating due date. Clear? Fine. Now you can post. If you want, you can post it here. You can see here also. Once it is transaction is posted, also you can see.
Satya, one question, Satya.
Yes, please.
The transaction that can we enter the one day earlier? I mean, the backdated entry can be done.
Sorry, come again.
See, 26th May, today we are posting this transaction, right? But it's suppose they should post it on 25th yesterday, but they missed it. So can we change the date when we are generating this transaction?
Yeah, it is possible.
So backdated entry is possible.
Yeah, it is possible. You can enter any date. That is practically it is required in real-time scenarios. You are going to post a transactions old date transactions regularly. Am I right? There is a requirement. This is a regular requirement. You are talking about this one. Am I right?
Yeah, correct. It
is possible. Not only this one. Yeah.
Future date is also possible, right?
Yes, it is possible. System will not stop you. But that is not the best practice. Yes, system don't have any restrictions. You can post.
Okay, Satya, thanks.
One thing I want to give you here one information. Like suppose today it is 1st of June. Take the example 1st June. Okay, 1st June. 1st June is Monday. There are so many pending transactions for 31st May or 30th May. This may occur. Am I right? Every time. So now whenever I am clicking on new, suppose go to lines. I'm clicking this, I'm deleting this one. If I click by default new, always it is showing today's date. Always it is showing today's date. Okay, so it is already entered. Let me delete this one. By default, if I click new, if I select, it is showing today's date always. Okay, suppose today is 1st June. Today is 1st June. Now I want to post around 20-30 transactions on 30th May. It will be a hectic job every time to change this one. Am I right? Once again, I have to come back and I have to change. So to change permanently, you have one more option called common time and not this one second. Sorry, session date and time. This date and time I can change it to 20th. Suppose this is only for this screen, only for this form. It is, I have changed it to 20th of May. Now if I am doing invoice journal, if I click new AP invoice, if I go to lines, it will go automatically 20th May every time. As soon as if you close this form, it will be disappeared. For this form, once again, it is the session date is 26th only. This session date is common, session date and time. This is only for you temporarily. Okay, you can change, because 1st June I'm posting some transactions, around 30-40 transactions are pending on 30th May. I need to post some transactions on 30th May. Until that, I want every time 30th May only. Every time it is coming 1st June, I need to change. Sometimes I may forget, in the hurry I can do some mistakes. So to avoid that function, there is a session date time. You can change this one to as per your comfort, so that all the transactions will be captured on that day. Making sense? Once that is completed, you can close this form, or you can change the session date. You can remove here and you can enter D or T. So you can enter shortcuts D or T. So if you enter T, it is today. If you enter D, it is session date, it will capture. Okay, so session date is for the entire transaction. It will not change the entire application. Suppose some other user is doing some other transactions. For him, it will show 26th May only. For you, for this form, whatever you are touching, any form, suppose payment journal, this is also, it will show session date as 20th May. Okay, this is possible. Fine, let me go back, and I don't want to change the session date at this point. Fine, now understood terms of payments. So terms of payment, every time, suppose with the customer, I'm doing like a accounts receivable module, pretext invoices, all pretext invoices. Okay, I'm doing a new pretext invoice. I'm selecting a customer. So I'm selecting revenue account, sales revenue account. Some accounts. At this point, I'm not touching taxes. Suppose 352 or something, 253 I have entered. Now terms of payment I can map. Suppose 45 days I have mapped. So due date will be calculated based on this one. Invoice date, if you change to suppose 24th, then it will be changed to due date will be changed. Fine. Now click on post. So customer will not pay up to 8th July. Sure, customer will not pay because terms of payment is, we have terms of payment between me and my customer. So up to 8th of July, customer will not pay money. Now what I will do, there is one more function, cash discount. One more I'm introducing, cash discount. What is this cash discount means? So terms of payment is 45 days. Customer will pay definitely, even though if he has money with him, he will not pay in advance. Now I need to get money at the earliest so that I can run my business. So I will give within 10 days. If you are paying money, this invoice, I will give you 5% discount. Yes, I am agreeing with you. We have terms of payment 45 days. But however, if you pay within 10 days, I will give you 5% discount. If you are paying 11th day to 20 days, I will give you 2% discount. From 21 day to 21 day to 30 days, I will give you 1% discount. So there is a terms of payment between me and my customer, but however, I'm just offering, if you are going to pay money within so and so days. So invoice is generated, whatever it is there, but if you are going to pay this within 10 days, I can give you 5% discount. Less than more than 10 days, that means 11th day to 20 days, I will give you 2% discount. If suppose customer has money, if customer has money, he will try to pay money to me. Okay, so this is cash discount. Understood? Along with terms of payment, I will add cash discount. Let me show in the system and we'll come back if you have any doubts. If you have any doubts, we'll discuss here. So now here in this terms of payment, there is next to terms of payment cash discounts. Okay, there are so many things here. Let me create my own discounts. 5% 10 days. 5% 10 days. So here, if you are going to pay within 10 days, I will give you 5% discount. Give me 1 second. Let me map the discount account. So just I'm giving an offer to my customer. Pay within 10 days. I will give you 5% discount. This is customer discount. This is vendor account discount. This should not be this one. Give me 1 second. Let me map. Okay. $520,200.
I have a quick question here.
Yeah.
So this is related to accounts payable cash discounts, right?
Mm.
So this is different from accounts receivable cash discount, correct?
So this cash is terms of payment and discounts are common between AR and AP.
So if you go to AR, we're going to see the same one.
Yes, let us go. Now we are in AP. We'll go to AR. Terms of payment. Sorry, discount. So it is the same.
So
Just
what are
now have.
these accounts those that we gave here for?
This is for customer. This is for vendor. Because while doing for AP, it is this one. For AR, this one.
Is
But
a
it is
discount
available.
offset account?
Yeah, discount offset account. Yes.
No, there
We'll
is one
discuss.
more right in between. Okay.
Okay, you want this one?
Yeah. What is it?
So use main account for vendor discounts accounts on invoice lines. I have not concentrated on this one. Use vendor main accounts for vendor discounts accounts on invoice lines. This is at header level, vendor level. This is line level. Here it is invoice lines. It is talking. So line level. This is vendor directly head main account vendor level. Well, this one we'll discuss. You can write down in your notebook in the last page. Definitely, we'll discuss at the time of purchase order. I will discuss this one because in the purchase order there are lines.
Okay.
There are so many lines. At that time we can discuss. Or here also it is invoice lines.
Yeah.
Lines wise it was. Okay, that means whenever you are doing, there are so many lines. Based on lines setup. But I have not used much on this one to be frankly. So if it is lines, it is not allowing to change here. I will verify, but if it is vendor account, it is taking this account. Lines I will verify. Let me write down in your book. I'm not concentrate on this point till now. Give me 1 second. Okay, fine. Now one is for customers, one is for vendors. Now let me create another vendor, like another discount. What we have configured, like 2% 20 days. 2% 20 days. Okay, so 20 days 2%, and once again the discount $520,200 I think. Okay, next I'm creating another discount 1% 30 days. 1% 30 days. $30 days 1%. $520,200. Now suppose the first one is 5% 10 days. If it is crossed, then it will look for next discount is 2%, 20 days. I am tagging this one to this one. Means if it is skipped this 10 days, next discount is 2% 20 days. If 2% 20 days is continued and it is not paid, next option is for the customer 1% 30 days. Understood? Look at this one. For this one, I tagged this.
Yes.
And for this one, I tagged to this one. Now I will do one transaction by mapping this 5 days, like 5% 10 days, and we'll see. Let me map to one customer this discount. Take the example, I will take one customer, like any customer is fine, US 020. I'm taking one customer US 020. So I'm just mapping. So usually we'll map at customer level itself. The terms of payment and cash discount will map at the customer level only. So I'm mapping terms of payment 45 days, net 45 days, and cash discount I'm mapping. First discount is 5% 10 days. The first discount you need to map. So for US 20 I have mapped. Now let me create one free text invoice with this customer US 020. Okay, automatically look at this one. Terms of payment is updated, cash discount is updated. Method of payment you will understand slowly. It will take some time to understand this one. Now I'm entering revenue account. So I'm removing taxes at this point. I'm entering 1000. 1000 I have entered. Okay, so due date automatically calculated based on invoice date to due date. It is 45 days. It was calculated. I'm posting on, click on post. Click OK. Now I'm doing payment, vendor payment. So collapse all payments, customer payment journal. Click on new, select the customer payment, click on lines. Sorry. Select the customer US 020. Okay, now if you click on settle transactions, so just now we have generated one invoice. This is 1000. If you click OK, it is automatically populating 950 instead of 1000. Suppose I'm deleting this one. I'm entering the transaction date as 3rd June. Once again, I am selecting US 020, settle transactions. Customer is paying on 3rd June. So if you select here 3rd June, okay, click OK. Still it is showing 950. Now delete this one. Click new. Suppose 6th of June. Okay, settle transactions. It was more than 10 days. Select the invoice. Click OK. Then automatically it was 980. It was automatically 980. Suppose I'm deleting this one. Customer is paying on 18th of June. Settle transactions. Now if you select, see it is showing clearly the amount, discount amount. It will show clearly discount amount. Okay, 990. So click OK. So automatically system is calculating, discounting that amount and doing the transaction. Get my point? This is based on the terms of like cash discounts what you have mapped. So invoice date versus payment date. Invoice date versus payment date. If you are mapping properly, like if you are entering, if your customer is paying within 10 days as per the like discount terms, it will be provided. Clear or any doubt here? Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, that's clear.
Okay, fine. Okay, so
Can
now
you open
I
the
will
voucher transactions for the customer payments?
yeah, sure. I will pay first. Now I will post, and then we'll see what is the transactions, how it was posted. Okay, let me do for suppose 11th, so that it will be 22% will be done. Okay, I'm just doing for 2%, means within 11 to 15 days, 11 to 20 days. So it is 20 discount. Okay, it is 980 instead of 1000. Actual invoice is 1000. The payment is only 980. Now I will do payment on this one. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me do. So method of payment I have not explained to you. I will explain you later. So that's why I'm removing this one, method of payment. As soon as if I remove this method of payment, bank account will be disappeared. But you need to map once again bank account. So what is this bank account and how it is? We'll discuss this one in detail. Okay, I need to explain you a lot about bank. Now the invoice is 980, actually 1000 invoice, but it is coming automatically 980. And now 1 second. Fine, let me post here first. So it was posted. Okay, now Once it is posted, you can click on voucher. It will show 980 only. Now, where was this 20? If you click on related vouchers, it will be shown 20. You can click on that voucher. It will decrease to customer account 20 and it will update to the discount account. Discount account is whatever you have, we have mapped 403 200 in the discount, that will be posted. This is from where it is available. Let me show you once again. So 980 is posted transaction. If you click on voucher, it will show 980 debit and credit, but actually invoice is 1000. The difference 20 is posted to this account. Okay, so for this, if you want, at the time of invoicing, customer account 1000 debit and sales revenue credit 1000. At the time of payment, here cash or bank account. Bank account, we have selected bank account 1000 credit, 980, sorry, 980 credit, because 980 only it is debit. Bank account data to customer account credit 980, because I have received only 980. So there is a 20 between these two. Then one more transaction was posted. One more transaction. This is at the time of invoicing 1000 debit. At the time of payment, it is 980 is credit. So that credit account customer 20 credited and discount account 20 debited. Understood? This is a related transfer. To match this 1000, we need to nullify. The customer balance is already should be paid. Even at the time of invoice, it is 1000, but customer has paid 980. The 20 will be posted once again by posting customer dash like a discount account debit to customer account credit. Making sense? Any doubt here? This is a related voucher. Inside. Yeah. Any doubt, please? Everything is clear? As I told you, for non-commerce background guys, you need to remember this one. Yeah, please.
I have a doubt. I'm clear on discount. How about no interest part?
Sorry?
Interest. See, when customer is paying in advance, we are when customer is delaying beyond the due date, we will charge interest.
So
for that,
interest calculation is one more functionality available in Dynamics AX. That is another function you will understand later, but not now. There is interest calculation. Collections differently. Interest calculation. There are different functions, but openly if I speak, whenever I'm implementing this interest, I learned interest, but I never implemented my implementations. Reason behind, when I'm trying to explain this topic to business people, they are simply telling like, we don't need this one, because if we are putting on interest calculation to the customer will not come back to me. I don't want to lose this customer. So this is the way I have understood from business people. Maybe some customers, some monopolistic organizations, they may do for interest calculation. Of course, in Dynamics AX, interest calculation is available. We'll discuss this one later, not now. It is available in the system like credit and collections, interest calculations. Yes, it is available. But I never used it in my life. Maybe very monopolistic organizations, they may charge interest calculations.
To protect their business, they will not charge. Yeah.
Yeah. In general, they will not. Fine. Anything else, please? So today we have discussed terms of payment and cash discount. There are
Can you
two
show me
terms.
once again the discount vouchers transactions?
Yeah.
The 20.
Yeah. So let me close this form. So this is the transaction we have paid, that is customer payment. If you click on voucher, it will show this 980 related voucher only. So here bank account data to customer account credit. So the 20 related information you want, then click on related vouchers. Then it will show the related voucher. You can click on voucher. Discount account data to customer account credit. Clear?
Yes, thanks.
Welcome. Any more doubts, please? So I'm stopping here. So, yeah, yes.
So this is regarding that 4 pillars which you are discussing in the top. I mean, non-commerce. Can you provide like one kind of definition for this 4-1, like so that we can try to understand.
So
like
here, see, the definition means always. So this is commerce. Debit means what comes in. Credit means what goes out. Okay. Here, whenever you are doing vendor invoice means you have received material. You have received material. That may be anything. You have taken some items. It may be A4 stationery. It may be water bottles. It may be something. Then you need to pay money. Am I right? What goes out? To vendor, I need to pay. To vendor, I need to pay. What goes out? I need to pay money. That is the reason vendor will be created, the first document. Once you are paying money, your cash balance will be decreased. This is payment. This is invoice. Invoice, at the time of invoice, you need to pay money. What goes out? You need to pay money. That is the reason it is vendor account credit. Purchase expenses debit is automatically, because this is expense item like A4 stationery or water bottles or paper napkins, anything, so many things. So purchase expenses account data to vendor account credit. These are the two accounts. So vendor account credit, why? It is, we need to pay money. It is a liability. I need to pay money. That is the reason vendor account credit. So whenever I'm doing payment to the vendor, my cash balance or my bank balance will be decreased. That is credit. Then opposite entry, vendor account debit. In the same manner, for customer, I need to receive money. What comes in? I'm going to receive money from the customer because I have dispatched material. I have sent material to my customer. I need to receive money from the customer. That is the reason it is coming in to your maybe in future, maybe 2 days or maybe 10 days or maybe thing, you are going to receive money, customer account data. Then sales revenue account credit, opposite entry. It's a revenue account. And then whenever you have received money, your cash balance or bank balance is increasing. Your cash balance or bank balance is increasing. So that is debit. So while doing invoicing, you have to remember this logic. While doing payment, you need to remember this logic. So it is not, to be frankly, just I want to give you orally. Commerce people, like whoever is BCom or something, they will confuse a lot about debits and credits, even though they learn. Science people, it is very complex to learn, Once they learn, they will not confuse at all. So whoever is like MBA and CA, they have completed, they may be very strong in debits and credits. Particularly some people like become some people. It's not like everyone. Some people, I'm telling you, they will confuse a lot. But non-commerce background guys, learning at the time of learning, it is complex. But once they learn, they will stick and they can remember easily forever. Just you need to apply logic. That's it.
Okay, Satya, got it.
Debit means what comes in, credit means what goes. At least 1 week you need to practice. But once you remember, it will be permanently stored in your mind. There will not be any confusion, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Yeah, thank you.
Anything else, please? Anyone? So I'm stopping here for today. Okay, we'll continue once again tomorrow. And institute is going to make one group, WhatsApp group, including me. Okay, it will be posted in that WhatsApp group. So whoever is paid amount, those people will be grouped into one WhatsApp group. For T&L, one group, and for finance, one group. There is 2 different groups. Okay, WhatsApp will be created by institute, and you can chat with me in the group. So initially, please wait. Let me explain the topics. I think so many people, they are experienced a lot. That is the reason they are asking advanced, means upcoming topics also. So I will cover one by one. At least 15 days, please bear with me. After that, everyone will be in the like same sync, because so many people, they have little experience in some other ERPs or some other technology or something. So they are asking in advance about some topics. I cannot give explanation immediately like these topics. I will explain after some time. Okay, fine. So they are going to make one group. If you paid, you will be in that group. Fine. See you. Bye. Tomorrow we'll connect once again 7 a.m. IST. Bye.
Thank you, Satya.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.